Debbie and I just saw the movie from Daily Wire. It is Matt Walsh's Am I Racist? This is a bit of a heavy topic, but it's approached in a very creative and interesting and original way. Essentially, what Matt Walsh does is he goes on a journey to sort of discover the anti-racism industry. And it is an industry. Lots of money changing hands, people making a good living fighting racism. And at the same time, Matt talks to ordinary Americans and discovers that, well, racism doesn't quite seem to be the problem. The problem is with the industry itself. And all of this is nicely dramatized in the movie. It's pretty fast-paced. It is fun to watch. It's got some laugh out loud moments. It's got some very creative setups, I'm going to call it. And Debbie and I thoroughly enjoyed it. You got to watch. It opens this weekend, so that's the time to see it. Go to the theater, take your friends this weekend. AmIRacist.com. AmIRacist.com.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, check it out, man. So Matt Walsh's Am I Racist is in theaters right now. It's at 1,500 theaters nationwide. That is a pretty solid wide release for a Daily Wire movie. And look, I think it is an absolute laugh riot. I had a blast. I have actually seen this movie twice. I loved it both times. All right, even though I knew the jokes and the gags and everything that was coming, I still laughed my tailbone off. I think this is a hilarious movie, and you are doing yourself a disservice if you do not go out and watch Matt Walsh's Am I Racist? It's funny, but it's also topical. It's also very, very interesting in the ways that Matt Walsh absolutely takes down the race hustling industry, okay? Because it is an absolute industry. Race hustling, race grifting, okay? Selling white guilt and selling black victimhood is a 1,000% industry. That's what's going on right now out there in the world. You guys know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. And so that's really what makes it interesting, is that it's a takedown of an industry and all of the problems that it has, and how these guys are basically con artists getting over on people, trying to sell racism to the world and then come up with a disease that doesn't have a cure, which is really what they're saying. Again, go and watch it, okay? But one thing I find interesting right now is that a lot of critics ain't really checking to review this thing, okay? Matt Walsh posted this up, a 99% audience score, but still 0 mainstream critics have reviewed it. I haven't seen them this scared to review a movie since my last movie. And yeah, so he shows the Rotten Tomato scores, all right? 4 reviews on the tomato meter, 250 verified ratings, 99% audience score. Now, this number hasn't changed at all, except there's now 500 verified ratings, okay? This is the live Rotten Tomatoes 4 reviews, the same 4 reviews we saw on my last topic when I was talking about it. The exact same 4 reviews. Meanwhile, more audience members are coming in to rock with this thing. It's like, oh yeah, man, 500 verified ratings, 99% audience score. We think it's phenomenal. But yet and still, the critics, okay? The critics aren't stepping up to the plate. I wonder why. This is the kind of crap that makes people not trust critics. Is that, wait, why aren't you guys coming out and giving us your honest opinion and telling us what you think of Am I Racist? Whether you think it's a good movie or a bad movie. Maybe you think it's just utter trash. Okay, tell us that. Or maybe you think it's great. Okay, tell us that. But see, these critics, they're dodging, okay? They don't want to step up to the plate and tell us what they really feel about this film. Why? Well, they probably don't want to give any credence or any love to Matt Walsh, for making a movie that is very topical, very interesting, and hilarious. I guarantee you a lot of the critics that aren't reviewing this, they probably seen it and they were laughing their ass off. But they said, I'll never review it. I'll never give this any publication, because they don't want to support it. They don't want to support stories like this that take down the race hustling industry, because all their buddies in the race hustling industry would probably throw a fit. Like this joker right here, Armen Harper, who said, I am appalled that Dell Oral has chosen to show Matt Walsh's disgusting film, Am I Racist? This guy right here is throwing a fit because they showing a movie that he could easily avoid and not go and watch, all right? A movie that a lot of people would like to watch themselves, but he's appalled, all right? See, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to, apply some pressure on this Dell Oral Theater, okay? Now, you guys saw the video that I played at the very beginning. That was Dinesh D'Souza, a very famous film producer. Him and his wife absolutely loved the movie. All right, a film producer. So see, not everybody in Hollywood is even disgusted by this. But some random jackass on, on social media, he's trying to shame Dell Oral into, hey, don't show this movie. All right, it's disgusting. Matt Walsh, that's all this probably guy knows. He probably didn't even watch the movie. That's all he knows. Anyway, Prime Cinemas, Dell Oral said, dear customers, we would like to respond to the comments you may have seen on our social media regarding Am I Racist? The film is a satire that tries to find humor in a serious topic. It isn't necessarily everyone's type of humor. We are showing this film, as are many theaters across the country, including independents and big chains. Not every film will be appealing to all film goers. Our goal is to be similar to the library and provide access to as many types of genres of films as possible, blah, 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 so on and so forth, okay? And it says here, we don't have any agenda to promote anything such as racism, political views, or religious views. People are free to make their own decisions, so on and so forth. Well, that's what this theater owner said here. Yeah, we showing it, too bad, so sad. But, of course, the pressure got to him, and Andy No reports the Dell Oral Theater in Grass Valley, California, has removed Matt Walsh's blog, Matt Walsh's movie, Am I Racist?, from screening due to threats from leftists, as well as concerns for the well-being of staff. The film criticizes the DEI industry and its wealthy race grifters. Read. All right, so here's basically what they said. Yeah, and this is on postmillennial.com. Movie theaters cave to pressure from leftist activists, cancel screenings of Matt Walsh's Am I Racist? All right, and this is that same Dell Oral Theater, which basically they said here, dear patrons, due to the strong reactions from our community for and against the film and concerns for the well-being of our staff, we will not be playing the film Am I Racist as originally intended. Please know that it was not our intention to cause such division by playing this film. We noticed that many of the theaters in the Sacramento area were booked to play this film, and quite frankly, this reaction caught us off guard. Yeah, you probably didn't think that there were so many morons out there in the film going industry, all right, or movie watchers, all right? You didn't realize that you had so many idiot customers, did you, Dell Oral Theater, all right? And he says the safety of our staff is our number one priority. Yeah, so these jackasses were probably threatening to do something to the theater, or threatening to cause problems for the theater, or get up in somebody's face if they tried to take tickets for this particular movie. Who knows, okay? Who knows? But apparently there's been some sort of a threat. They felt threatened, and they said the safety of our staff is our number one priority. I would have just got extra security and said, yeah, we still showing the movie. We still showing the movie. Come and do something about it. Come and do something about it. That's what I would have did. But, that's why I probably don't own a movie theater or whatever, Yeah, but this little simp-ass theater owner decided to pull the plug on a great movie because he's scared for the staff, and he let these jackasses, kind of scare him into submission, which is, again, we all see this stuff. It's par for the course. But it's really sad because, again, a movie like this should be seen by a lot of people so that they can deal with the issues, okay? But instead, these morons, they decide to block the movie, all right? Or block other people from seeing the movie instead of actually confronting the movie on its own. But boy, where have we heard that lately, all right? People, instead of dealing with the issue straightforward and head up like grown men, no, we're going to go around the backside and try to block it and try to do some shit on the back end, all right? And mess with the, the innocent theater owner. Like I said, I would have had the security out there and said, yeah, we still showing the movie. We're going to make sure all of our patrons and our staff are safe. We still showing the movie, and we got security here. Come do something if you want to. But you will find yourself in prison straight up. Man, I'm tired of these cats, man, thinking that they run some shit, man. But yeah, getting back to this part, right? Like, what's stopping these critics from doing this? It's the same kind of cowardice, These guys are probably scared that, the people that, follow them and, read all of their reviews and, say, oh, you're a great reviewer and blah, 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 blah. They're probably afraid that if they review this movie, and they probably have had some kind of run-ins with some of these jerks. Man, if you review the movie, man, I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to start a cancel campaign, or who knows, okay? But, shout out to the 4 people that did actually review it. Obviously, Alan Ng from Film Threat. Thank you, Alan. Christian Toto from Hollywood in Toto. A.V. Offer from NYC Movie Guru. And then Colin Garbarino from World, okay? These guys actually went out and did their jobs instead of buckling to the pressure of some idiots, that, oh, we don't want nobody to watch the movie. We don't want nobody reviewing the movie, And meanwhile, this movie is doing absolutely great numbers, man. Look at that, 99%, right? 99% verified ratings, all right? The all audience a little bit lower, but still 95%. This is an absolute great score, okay? This is an absolute great score. So, yeah, shout out to these guys for doing the job. Let's see what folks are saying. This person, Kat, everyone in the theater was laughing so hard, exceeded my expectations. 4-star, it was quite funny. What Is a Woman is better, in my opinion, but this was great. I love the dry humor, and I laughed a lot. The biker bar scene and the lady whose kids were snubbed by the Sesame Street characters were the best. Oh, and the bit after the credits, tremendous work and worth the watch. Yeah, stay for the post-credits if you haven't seen it. Has a post credit scene and it's great. This guy, 5 stars. This movie is so funny. I highly recommend this. Matt Walsh really is hilarious. Okay, anybody that didn't like it, this thing didn't get perfect. Oh, wait, you know what? Hold up. Let's go to the all ratings. All right, let's see if we can find the all ratings. All audience. Yeah, let's go here. Let's see some people that maybe didn't necessarily like it. All right, here's a 2-star. All right. Am I Racist documentary comedy is maybe worth watching once and never again. There's hardly any substance in this movie. The trailer showed only the interesting parts. For the premiere theatrical film of Daily Wire Plus, you would have expected much more. The parts that weren't interviews was actually cringy to watch. The biggest issue is not actually taking down the DEI industry with new information. Instead, the creators spent a bunch of money for foolish gags to mix success. All right. So here's somebody gave it a 2 stars, said maybe it's worth watching once. The film critics that get paid to do this can't do this much. If you can't review a movie and you're afraid to review a movie because you're afraid of some like kind of stupid backlash that you're going to get from this crap, again, you shouldn't be in the critic industry. You shouldn't be in this industry. This is a major release, in my opinion. All right, this is a big release. A lot of people are watching it. A lot of people are talking about it. And in my opinion, they're doing themselves a disservice. They're not hurting Matt Walsh's movie. I mean, maybe they are to a certain extent, but that's why I'm like, let me keep talking about this because I think this movie is absolutely worth the watch. So let me do another video on it just to put it out there even more than it already has been. I think you guys should go out there and watch this movie. It's phenomenal. But yeah, to these punk ass, weak critics, okay? To these weak people that won't review it. I think if it gets 5 reviews, then it finally gets a tomato meter score. So it's been sitting on 4 reviews forever. I know eventually it will get that 5th review, but Variety, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, all of these outlets should have already reviewed this movie. And the fact that they haven't is a shame, all right? They should all be ashamed of themselves. All right, this thing dropped on Thursday. I already did my review. They should have had a review out by Thursday. They should have had one out by Friday. This is Saturday. What are y'all waiting on? Okay? That's what's truly messed up about this situation. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Again, great movie. Go out and watch it, and shame on these weak critics, okay? These simp critics and these simp theater owners that they're trying to cancel this thing out before it even gets going, right? Again, man, the way this world is going, man, you need more and more and more people willing to step out of their, comfort zone and just say, yo, I'm reviewing the movie and there ain't nothing y'all can tell me otherwise. That's the way I live. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.